what y'all getting into. Shit. You know, they trying to line it up. Sink hooker. You gotta get to the truth. So understood don't gotta be explained. So when you come in the room, I should already have that like button smash, subscribe, notification bells, share it out, pass the message on. Because they're going against the law, you know what I'm saying? They breaking people's constitutional rights. That's what we here for. Because it's not right what they're doing. They're locking people up for being homeless and not asking them to leave property instead of doing it, you know what I'm saying, the correct way. That we see Tyrant Terminator, we see Long Island Audits, we see all of these laws that's being pushed, but sometimes they do get trampled on. And they throwing us in the bushes, they trying to put us in the sticks. They want to put a working tax-paying citizen in jail, all because I sat somewhere. Like, you can't sit somewhere now? It's Jim Crow. All they had to do was ask me to leave. I didn't refuse to leave no property. There was never no crime. Nobody never asked me to leave. They actually stopped me from leaving and detained me at the CVS. Now Gaston County Police trying to get some money out of me. The DA. Like, there's no reason to arrest. There was no reason to keep pushing and going forward. But what they trying to do, they trying to trap me and lure me in so that way they could get over. Because they see I'm starting to understand how they reeling me in and they baiting, because they just sitting there watching, waiting for you to do something, because they everywhere, you know, out here. And then now they try to catch you and try to slap some cuffs on you and make you look like a criminal when you ain't even do nothing. All you did was just try to live. You know, you go somewhere, you go live, you talk to the kids, to the people, and you giving them your walk and taste of life and, you know, things that you got going on. And then that's what happens. They sit up there and try to put all of these charges on and make it seem like, you escalating something when you just mind your business. You know what I'm saying? You ain't trying to do nothing. The only thing you trying to do, go work out, go eat. You know what I'm saying? Be responsible, go work. Like, I'm a tax-paying citizen, so why do I gotta go through that first? All of these procedures and protocols just for you to feel safe. You know, it hurt even in the hospital. That's why I got 2 citations out. How you get that if you're supposed to be getting treatment? You know, it doesn't make sense. It's like they trying to lead up and trying to make something out of nothing so that it could be a issue. And now they making me a problem when all I did was just go sit somewhere and, sit through whatever and mind my business. I ain't saying nothing. I ain't doing nothing. You know, I'm just out here living greater, living better. They don't want to see that. They don't even want you to breathe fresh air because they gonna try to be that knife to cut you and to strike you. You know what I'm saying? They're using their power as a way to keep you down to size when you building up. You know, trying to make something of yourself. Realizing what's going on, you actually progressing, You're getting your health together. Getting your mind right. And then they want to sit up there and throw charges on you and try to throw you away. So you could die in the county where they know people is dying and it's not safe. They making billions of dollars locking up people every day for literally nothing because all they have to do is ask them to leave, but they don't know their rights. So people is letting it happen because nobody is bringing the attention and the awareness online and saying, hey, why am I getting all of this hate? Why am I getting locked down? Why am I getting assaulted? You see me posting everything. Even they breaking my phones, breaking my property, throwing my stuff away. And it's all legal. It's not like I'm doing anything illegal. All they have to do is say, hey, leave. And I always leave. I never refuse. But they just automatically call the police. And now I lose because now they saying, hey, now you can't leave. So now they trapping me. How you going to tell me I can't leave, but then now you telling me I'm trespassing? Like, it can't be both. You see what I'm saying? But that's what they're doing. And now they're saying that that's a crime. And they never even give me the chance to leave the property. Like, it's not even the proper protocol that they're doing. Like, these tactics that they're using, they try to sneak up on you. You know, have one officer on one side of the building, another on the other. So then now, if you try to run, you're going to run right into it. That's what they doing. Like, that's why I'm like, I don't even run because I see, you know, what they doing. I'm just trying to go somewhere where I'm safe. I can record so I can see them because they doing dirty tactics. How you going to tell me I can't leave the property, but then you're going to charge me with trespassing? You see what I'm saying? Like, it's not right what they doing. It's not right, man. They trying to make it a problem. I'm just like, what's the issue? Why are you singling me out now and trying to get me locked up just for you to feel better? You know what I'm saying? Like, it seems like it's a scheme. And they getting rich. We see all of the money they making. They trying to make people cop out to things. It's like, nah, this is not, you know, the truth. The truth is you have to ask somebody to leave the property first before you can charge them. That's all over America. So why is it something different here? Why are they trying to make it like it's a new thing? Like, homelessness is on the rise all over the country. People are going everywhere trying to find shelter. They don't have no shelter here because they destroyed it. And then they saying that, you know, there's no way to avoid it, but it's like, how can you target an individual now? That's what I'm saying, you know. They should be at least able to have a fair hearing, you know, to your peers where you can say, hey, this is not, you know, what actually is going on. I got witnesses to the case who could even attest that, you know, this whole time they just going along with something. Like, it's a whole narrative that they pushing to trying to make it seem like, you know, we did something when we didn't do nothing. Because if you look on the booking for the county, there's plenty of people up there, you know, getting locked up for the same thing. But they got charges, a lot of people, but some don't too. So it's like, nah, these should be dropped. That should be dismissed. Like, we shouldn't even have to keep going through these whole cases and processes because it's a waste of time now for people who's working. I gotta travel now all the way to a whole nother town that I don't even stay in. It's like, it's not right. This needs to be dismissed, you know. People is wasting gas. They making billions of dollars and they not even following the protocol. It's terrible. The judge needs to dismiss these cases, man. I'm telling you. They sitting here charging people with trespassing and there's no crime. If you steal something, if you get into an argument, okay, that's one thing. That's trespassing. That's right. But if you never committed a crime and you never refused to leave and they never asked you to leave, then technically they don't have no even right to detain you or to be, aggressive or even ask you no questions. Like, you could refuse all of that. Like, hey, am I being detained? No. Okay, so do I have the right to leave? Because I don't want to keep going back and forth being defensive. But they don't want you to talk because they think you're an idiot and you don't know the law, or you never study, you never seen these things before. But it's like, no, this is what it is. You can even Google it. They don't have no right to doing what they did and snooping and searching, demoralizing, hurting, assaulting. This is the things that I'm going through every time with these officers. Some of them be cool, just leave the property, and I leave. That's what I do. I don't argue, I don't fight. If they come out, they don't, whatever, hey, leave the property. I leave the property. You can't tell me I can't come back just because you felt like I overstayed my welcome, and that's what's happening. And it's like, if I'm browsing, if I'm shopping, if I'm thinking about buying something or I'm not, whatever my intentions is, if I don't commit a crime, you can't say, hey, well, we thought you was, or people have before, and see, this is the problem every time why people is dying, and it's getting justified, because instead of them saying, hey, this is an isolated incident, they trying to loop it all in, just like with the RC child. When Cyrus got killed, how now everybody's going after the Asians. But this is the same thing that they doing to us. This is why we cannot stay in that mindset and mentality to say we going to loop everybody in as one. Even if they are doing it to us, it's not right for us to do it back. If we know it's already not right, now two wrongs don't make it right. It's like, come on, you're wasting time. You might as well just not even feed into that, because what it's going to attract is more negativity once you react. But when you have a like mind, and you could tap into something to keep your back against the wall and protect yourself from out here, man. Because it's a war, psychological, physical. That's what they doing. They attacking people from all avenues to try to destroy your moral, your code, your, ethics. Because they know what they doing is not correct. It's just a effort to, dismantle and, make your intellect seem like you are a monster, and try to channel this type of distress on you. You know what I'm saying? You can't let it eat you up, family, because they paying attention, man. They winded down. You see the FBI just came, drug bust up there in the Bronx, 149 3rd Ave, man. Like, they trying to clean it up. Everywhere is open. They going after people, man. Like, this is the new world order, man. So you gotta keep yourself up. Cause it's gonna be downs, but it's times when you gotta strategize and you gotta plot. You gotta look up, man, cause there's a lot of people out here who don't have the opportunity, they don't have the family, they don't have the unity. You know what I'm saying? Lone wolf, that's the only thing they got to rely on. So they utilizing their time and their efforts. And I want you to do the same thing. I don't want you to keep getting left with empty hands. Because that's the problem. There's too many people trying to troll and take energy, but they ain't got no real substance. They ain't got no real, intelligence to equip you and get you gamed up. They just playing, man. And we had enough. Like, we ain't wasting no time. We building. So that's the thing I'm trying to tell them. Like, stop playing, you know. Don't let them take you out your element, man. They already thinking, they already trying to trap. And they already getting ahead. So it's a lot that you gotta, you know what I mean, put in your head to understand. So they can't lead you down that road. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't gonna support you when you up there doing 100 years. That's what they doing. They trying to cook you. And we all see it's awful because they're not even following the law or the protocol to even afford to, you know, take you out. They're not even following the right route. They going all left, man. That's what they doing. So we see it. For real, man. Like, it's early. And they starting, man. They getting to be, you know, as present. Because they don't want to let it go. They don't want to let people go. They want to keep people inside, even though they know it's already overpopulated. So why you keep locking people up? It don't make no sense.